Well, I think, you look at the game, the whole game starts up front. They physically won the line of scrimmage, and you're not going to win many football games. You're not winning the line of scrimmage, and that's usually been one of the things that we take a lot of pride in is being physical and winning the line of scrimmage. Put on top of that, you start doing a lot of things in the course of a game that's not going to help you win, whether it's drop passes, silly penalties, red zone. They're 5 for 5. We're 1 for 3 in the red zone today. We give up their defense scores a touchdown on us off a turnover. Missed field goal. All the little things that you're not going to win football games in the Southeastern Conference if you don't if you do those things. So we gotta make sure we get all that stuff fixed, and because we got a really short week, so we're gonna have to turn around quick, get ready to go, and get guys healthy and get them ready to go play next Friday night.
Talking about the lines, there seemed to be some miscommunication on the line. I know Rankin one time was kind of slow getting after the snap. What was kind of going on there?
Well, I mean, there's all different things that'll happen. I think I think the play you're talking, where Rankin didn't get off the ball. The center just snapped the ball. We're at home, but just snapped the ball. There's other times maybe they went the wrong way, or some of those things. So that's if it was. I'd love to tell you it was one thing. I can easily just go put my finger on it. It was this one thing, but it wasn't. It was multiple different things.
You mentioned the missed field goal early on, but you got the momentum swing with the turnover right there, and then you missed the field goal. Just how big of a momentum swing was that?
Well, it shouldn't be, but when you have really young football players, they're learning. They learn. They get swayed by momentum a lot, and the emotions that when you have a lot of young guys and first-time guys out there on the field, they feel energy. And when good stuff happens, it can be really positive for you because they can play even almost above themselves. When bad things happen, it can be really negative because it'll like kind of linger with them and pull them down. And when you have a young football team, that's it. When you have a veteran group sometimes, the highs emotion doesn't always pull them up, but the lows don't pull them down. They kind of are able to keep themselves in check a little bit more.
During the last 2 weeks of practice, what signs did you see, if any, that maybe this could happen? Getting down 35-0, the slow start.
I don't expect us to make all the mistakes that we made.
Trailing 35-0 at halftime. What did you tell the team in there?
Well, we got to come out and play in the second half, and just relax. Just relax, because they are such a young group. I mean, it's like the world's about to end. It's halftime of a football game. Relax, come out. Play with some pride in the second half. Take pride in every single snap of your performance. And to be honest with you, I thought for the most part we played with a little bit better sense of urgency in the second half. Our guys. We got, like I said, we have a young football team. I think I see signs at different times of a group that's we're going to be okay in the end. It's just it's a process, and it's going to take a while to get there.
Kerryon Johnson went down for them early on, and Petway came in and played really well in that first half. What did you make of his play? Were you kind of surprised with how well he played?
No. 39 carries for 169, 4.3 yards per carry. That was 3 yards in a cloud of dust pounding away at us, and we didn't do a good job, getting off the field. And the problem I think we had defensively that we'll see when we go back and look at is when we did get this, they're just going to keep pounding it up inside. When we did get the stops to get them into distance situations, we didn't play very good second down defense. And, or third down, we give up a penalty, didn't do a great job of getting off the field.
What did you see out of Nick Fitzgerald today?
It's okay. Missed a read or two. Made a couple really nice throws during the course of the game. Missed a protection check here and there. Ran the ball hard. I did okay. I thought he, he's got to learn and continue to lead in the situations where we had a bunch. I think we had a bunch of drop passes in the game, and he's got to make sure he's doing a good job of leading guys and making sure we're doing the right thing. With leadership, when that happens, keep guys' heads right in the game.
at any point there in the first half, 35-0 deficit, did you think at any point of putting Williams or Tiano in that
No.
early in the game?
Just kind of a follow-up. Is it just you've got to stick with Fitzgerald just to get him through these kind of highs,
No,
lows,
we got a
whatever?
really young team. It's not him. He's not blocking. He's not catching. There's 11 guys on offense that got to execute all together. And, he's got to lead it. And I got to lead it. And when you get young players like that, we got to be able to run the ball. We didn't run the ball real well today. We fumbled the ball, drops, penalties. Every time in the first half, every time it seemed that we had a drive going, all of a sudden we get a big penalty. We have a big negative yardage play, and so that's everybody. That's just execution across the board.
What would you kind of say to the team after the game?
What did I say to the team after the game? Well, one, we have a young football team that's learning. We got to learn from this. We got to play with a desperate sense of urgency. I think that's one of the big problems we have right now. I think we have a good attitude on the team. I think our guys think they're playing with pretty good effort out there on the field. But I think we need to play with a desperate sense of urgency on every single snap. And that comes with some maturity. It might seem pretty easy, when you say that. Oh, that's not very hard. It's a lot more complex than you would think it is. To play with the amount of maximum strain you need to play, like veins popping out of your neck every single play. And to learn to give the play that way every single snap. Takes some time to learn how to do. And, I think that's what it is. And, we better figure it out quick because we have a really short week. We're getting on a plane early this week for a Friday night game across the country. So, get ourselves ready to get back and go on to the next one.
Coach, y'all came in having third down trouble. I think y'all were 2 for 8 in the first half. How much do you think that played in the big lead with the defense staying out there that long?
Well, it always plays in, but, we didn't do a great job of getting off the field on defense. We didn't do a good job of staying on the field on offense, so we got to make those plays.
Each week it seems like kind of the same message, not giving that relentless effort. Why isn't that message,
I don't think it is that we're not giving relentless effort. I think it's understanding the amount of strain you need. And I think as a young player, you got to learn what effort is. And that takes a lot of time, I'll be honest with you, in development and to play with the effort that we need to play with, we're for guys, and it often takes guys a couple years to learn that right now. You look for guys that do play with maximum strain. There are guys out there that do that every single play, but, some of them are much older guys that they understood. They've learned for 3 years how to practice, how every play. You go ask guys on our team, did you play with good effort today? With great effort. They'll be like, yeah. Then you go watch it on film and you say, could you actually go harder than you're going? And you know what most of them are going to tell you? Yeah, I could have dug down deep. I could have just a little more strain. Even though during the game I thought I was going as hard as I could. That's a learning process.
Cedric Giles started that game.
Yeah.
What type of week did he have, and what do you think of this player?
Well, I got to watch the film. I can't speak on that right now, but he's worked his butt off to get himself in shape, to get ready to go. He's only been cleared for a short period of time to get him back out there. But I know, for a guy like him, he's just fired up to be back out there on the field. That opportunity to get back and go play.
I think 4 15-yard personal foul type-esque penalties.
Yeah, it's just, like I said, you don't go back and, I start the checklist of things you can't do to win an SEC game, right? Lose the turnover battle, right? Offense, give up a turnover for a touchdown, check that box. 15-yard penalties at critical moments, check that box right off. Not score touchdowns in the red zone, check that box right off right there. Those are things you just can't do, and those are, just silly mistakes, all of them. I guess. I don't know. I got to look at the film. I thought Shumpert was running on the field to go get in the huddle on offense, and they said he didn't have his helmet on, and he was putting his helmet on running on the field. But maybe they saw something different than I saw. I don't know. Maybe he was running out there celebrating with no helmet on. I got to look at it that way of them. But all the rest of them, I mean, you can't do those things and expect to win. And, I mean, part of it, I don't know, as a young guy's trying to go hard, as a young guy's trying to show emotion, and they don't know how to do it yet. They're learning those things. They're making those mistakes. And we got to make sure they try to educate them not to, and, make sure they don't do those things.
With the secondary, is it the same thing you're seeing? I know you haven't looked at the film, but when you kind of go through your head, is it the same thing every week, or is it something new?
Well, I think, you lose Kevon. Kevon didn't play there in the second half. He got banged up, I think, so he didn't play. I mean, Seth Giles' first game back. Both our other starting corners are out, or both our corners have been out to this point the whole season. So we just finally got Seth back in a partial role. So, I mean, it's young guys being forced into roles that, they're learning on the fly, and it's a situation we're in.
Will Coleman just still not able to go.
Yeah, I wasn't able to go. So that's another senior not playing for, senior starter and out for. So.